Have you ever announced a big plan, enjoyed everyone's excited reactions, and then slowly lost the desire to do it? At first, you felt powerful. A week later, the plan felt heavy. Nothing had changed except one thing. Too many people already knew.
That is uncomfortable because telling people can feel like progress. You say, I'm starting a business, or I'm going to speak English fluently this year, and for a moment you feel like the new version of yourself already exists.
But a plan at the beginning can be like wet cement. It has a shape, but it hasn't become firm yet. If too many people walk across it, their footprints can change it before it has time to set.
So today's message is not trust nobody and become mysterious. It is be careful who steps into your wet cement.
Welcome to Beyond English Class, where we improve English through thoughtful, everyday conversations. I'm Aaliyah.
And I'm Avery. Today we're asking whether you should really never share your plans, why early announcements can weaken a goal, and when sharing is actually the smarter choice.
Avery, are you someone who tells people your plans quickly?
I used to be. New idea, immediate announcement. I once told 6 friends that I was going to wake up at 5 every morning and run before work.
How many mornings did that last?
I would prefer a less aggressive opening question.
Avery.
3 mornings. On the 4th morning, my running shoes and I quietly ended our professional relationship.
That is exactly the kind of experience we mean. Sometimes we share because excitement needs somewhere to go. The plan feels bright and full of possibility, and we want another person to see that possibility too.
We may also want validation. Validation means approval that makes us feel accepted or confident. When someone says, that idea is amazing, we receive a pleasant emotional reward.
There's nothing wrong with enjoying encouragement. The problem begins when the encouragement becomes a substitute for action. We talk about studying, planning, exercising, applying, or creating. Because we talked about it so clearly, we feel as if we have already moved forward.
Meanwhile, the document is still blank, the application is still unsent, and the running shoes are preparing legal papers.
Think about one goal you have discussed recently. Have you spent more time describing it than building it?
Let that question sit for a moment. It is not meant to make you feel guilty. It simply helps you notice where your energy is going.
I learned this through an English goal. A few years ago, I decided to learn Italian. I told my friends I would have natural conversations by the end of the year. I bought a beautiful notebook, downloaded 3 apps, and even explained my study method at dinner.
That sounds very organized.
It sounded organized. That was the problem. I had created a complete story about becoming an Italian speaker, but my daily practice was weak. Friends began asking, "How is your Italian?" Every question reminded me that I wasn't doing what I had announced.
Did their questions motivate you?
At first, a little. Later, they made me avoid the subject. Practice became connected to embarrassment. I finally stopped making grand promises and chose one private rule: 15 minutes after breakfast. After 2 months of quiet study, I could handle a simple conversation.
So privacy reduced the performance pressure.
Yes, I stopped trying to look committed and started being consistent. Those are different things. Commitment is shown through repeated action, not a confident announcement.
I agree partly, but pressure can help some people. If I tell my friend I will finish a report by Friday, I may take the deadline more seriously.
True, but notice the purpose. You are not telling a large audience to receive praise. You are asking one useful person to help you follow through. That is accountability.
Accountability means being responsible for what you said you would do. A supportive person may ask about your progress, help remove a problem, or remind you of your reason.
So, the first useful distinction is validation versus accountability. Validation says, your plan sounds impressive. Accountability asks, what step did you complete today?
One feels good immediately, the other can help you continue when the exciting feeling disappears.
There's also a language detail here. We often make identity statements too early. We say, I'm a runner now, I'm an entrepreneur, or I'm going to be fluent very soon. Those sentences are powerful, but they can create a picture that our habits do not support yet.
Would you avoid those sentences completely?
Not completely. Positive identity can encourage us. I would connect it to evidence. Instead of saying, I'm a runner now, try, I'm building a regular running habit. Instead of, I'm going to be fluent very soon, say, I'm practicing English consistently and I can already express more ideas.
Those versions sound less dramatic but more believable.
They also keep your attention on the process. A process is the repeated work that creates the result. When the identity feels exciting but the process feels boring, choose the process.
That is a useful test. Ask yourself, do I want to become this person, or do I only want people to see me as this person?
Be honest, but be kind to yourself. Most of us have confused those two desires at some point. Another reason to protect an early plan is that outside opinions can influence it too soon. Imagine that you want to change careers. You tell a relative, a coworker, an old classmate, and 4 people online.
You now have 8 warnings, 3 completely different strategies, and 1 person who says you should move to another country.
Even kind people speak from their own experience and fear. A relative who values stability may focus on risk. A bold friend may tell you to quit tomorrow. A coworker may feel threatened by your possible change.
None of them can fully see your skills, responsibilities, finances, or private reasons. Their advice may contain something useful, but it may also leave footprints in that wet cement.
Then you begin to second-guess yourself. To second-guess yourself means to doubt a decision after you have already made it. You may change a good plan simply because someone reacted with a worried face.
And a worried face is not evidence. Sometimes it is only a worried face.
Before inviting opinions, ask yourself, is this person informed? Is this person supportive? Do I need advice, practical help, or only encouragement? If you cannot answer, your plan may need more private time.
Build a small foundation first. Research the course, save some money, complete a sample project, practice the skill. A little evidence makes your judgment steadier.
The goal is not to silence everyone forever. It is to let your plan become strong enough that one careless comment cannot redesign it. There is another problem with early sharing. Once people know your plan, you may feel watched. A goal that once felt personal begins to feel like a public performance.
I can already feel the pressure arriving.
People asked about the logo, delivery area, prices, and opening date. One person wanted gluten-free bread, another wanted birthday cakes. Lena had planned to test 3 simple loaves, but suddenly she was trying to answer questions about a business that did not exist.
Her small experiment became a promise.
Right. She delayed the first sale because everything felt unfinished. Finally, her sister said, close to page for 1 month. Bake 10 loaves, sell them to 10 real customers. Learn from that. Lena did. Some bread sold, 1 recipe failed, and her packaging needed improvement.
That imperfect month gave her something public excitement could not give her, real information.
When she reopened the page, she had photos, prices, customer feedback, and a routine. She was no longer defending an idea, she was improving a real process.
That story makes me think about premature exposure. Premature means happening too early. Exposure means being seen by other people. Premature exposure can make a flexible experiment feel like a final decision.
And plans need room to change. You may discover that your original direction does not fit. Private work allows you to adjust without explaining every small turn.
But I want to challenge the phrase, never share your plans. Never is too strong. Some plans affect other people. If I plan to move to a new city, my partner needs to know. If I need a mentor, I must explain what I'm working toward.
I agree with the challenge. Privacy should not become dishonesty. Keeping a surprise birthday gift private is harmless. Hiding a major financial decision from your family is different.
Also, a good plan may require collaboration. You cannot build a team while refusing to tell anyone what the team is building.
So here is the balanced rule. Do not broadcast every early plan, but share necessary information with the right people. Share when someone is affected, when you need expert knowledge, when safety matters, or when a trusted person can provide real support.
That is selectivity. Selectivity means choosing carefully instead of giving everyone the same access.
You can picture 3 circles. In the closest circle are people directly affected by the plan. They may need honest details. In the second circle are trusted helpers, such as a mentor, teacher, partner, or accountability friend. They receive the information needed to help.
And the largest circle is the general public, distant relatives, casual coworkers, and the internet. They can usually wait.
That sounds simple, but people may ask questions. Suppose a coworker says, "I heard you're thinking about changing jobs. What are you planning?"
You do not need to lie, and you do not need to give a full presentation. A simple answer is, I'm exploring a few options, but nothing is decided yet.
A warmer version is, "I'm working through some ideas quietly. I'll be happy to share when things are clearer."
And a more professional version is, I'm still evaluating the next step, so I'd rather discuss it once I have confirmed details.
All 3 answers protect your privacy without sounding cold. "I'd rather" is a polite way to express a preference. You are setting a boundary, not attacking the other person.
Let's connect this to English learners because language goals are often announced in very big terms. I will be fluent in 3 months. I will learn 50 words every day. I will never make another grammar mistake.
That last one is impossible for native speakers, too.
Please send that message to my high school English teacher.
A learner named Omar once told his whole study group that he would give a presentation in English with no notes. The group praised his confidence, but Omar had not practiced enough. As the date came closer, he felt trapped by his own promise.
Did he cancel?
He almost did. Then his teacher helped him change the goal. He would use a small card with 5 key words and practice the opening with one classmate. He did not perform perfectly, but he completed the presentation and answered one question.
So the smaller, more realistic plan wasn't a failure. It was better designed.
Yes, but Omar first had to let go of the impressive public version. This is a common misunderstanding. People think changing a plan means they lack discipline. Sometimes changing a plan is evidence that they are paying attention.
I needed to hear that. A plan should guide you, not imprison you.
Exactly. Quiet progress gives you room to learn. Maybe 20 new words a day is too much, but 5 words used in real sentences works well. Maybe a daily 2-hour study session is unrealistic, but 20 focused minutes fits your life.
I still worry that building quietly can become an attractive excuse for doing nothing. Someone may say, I'm keeping my plan private for 6 months while taking no action.
That is an important counterpoint. Silence alone is not progress. The test is simple. Is your privacy protecting your action or replacing it?
If no one knows and nothing is happening, the cement isn't setting. You may not have mixed it yet.
A private plan still needs visible evidence for you. Keep a study log, save a draft, mark completed workouts, track applications, create a small weekly result that you can see.
In other words, replace the urge to announce with a concrete step. Before telling people, I'm writing a book, write 500 words. Before posting, I'm getting fit, take the walk. Before saying, I'm improving my English, record a 1-minute answer.
You can also use a sharing test. Ask, is the person I'm telling this to qualified to give advice? Ask, would this person be accountable for my actions? Ask, am I seeking encouragement before I have produced anything?
And when you do share, describe the action instead of making a grand identity claim. Say, I've practiced 3 times this week, instead of, I'm becoming a completely different person.
Small facts create grounded confidence. You don't have to prove your future in advance.
Let the plan become firm through action. Then, when people finally see it, their footprints won't change its shape.
Let's slow down now and explore useful words and phrases from our conversation. The first word is validation.
Validation means approval or a response that makes you feel accepted. We often use the pattern seek validation or look for validation. For example, I was looking for validation when I posted my goal online.
In a different situation, you might say, she trusts her design and doesn't need constant validation from her coworkers. Validation is not always harmful, but it cannot replace the work.
Our second word is accountability. Accountability means responsibility, often with a person or system that helps you follow through. You can say, my study partner gives me accountability because we check our progress every Friday.
Or, writing down my expenses creates accountability for my budget. Notice the common phrase, accountability partner. That is someone who checks whether you did what you planned.
Next is follow through. To follow through means to complete an action you promised or started. For example, I made a good plan, but I didn't follow through.
Here's another example. The manager followed through on her promise to improve the schedule. We can follow through on a promise, a decision, or a plan.
Our fourth expression is second guess yourself. It means to begin doubting your own decision. You could say, after hearing 5 different opinions, I started to second guess myself.
Or, don't second-guess yourself during every sentence. Keep speaking and correct the important mistakes later. This expression is useful when doubt appears after a choice.
The fifth word is selectivity. Selectivity means choosing carefully. A little selectivity helped me decide who should hear about my career plan.
In another context, the photographer uses selectivity when choosing pictures for the final collection. We often say practice selectivity when careful choice is an intentional habit.
Next is set a boundary. A boundary is a limit that protects your time, privacy, or well-being. To set a boundary means to communicate that limit. For example, I set a boundary by saying I wasn't ready to discuss my plan.
Or, he set a boundary and stopped answering work messages during dinner. A boundary can be kind and clear. It does not need to sound angry.
Our seventh phrase is build momentum. Momentum is the force that keeps something moving. In daily conversation, building momentum means creating enough progress that continuing becomes easier. Completing one small task helped me build momentum.
A second example is, we built momentum by practicing English for 10 minutes every morning. We build momentum through repeated action, not through one dramatic effort.
The eighth word is premature. Premature means happening before the right time. Announcing the project before the budget was approved felt premature.
Or, it is premature to judge your speaking ability after only 2 lessons. We often use premature before words such as decision, announcement, conclusion, or celebration.
Our ninth phrase is work something out. It means to find an answer, solve a problem, or develop details. You might say, I'm still working out the details of my study schedule.
In a relationship, someone may say, we had a disagreement, but we worked it out. The meaning changes slightly with the situation, but the central idea is finding a workable answer.
Let's review them once. Validation, accountability, follow through, second guess yourself, selectivity, set a boundary, build momentum, premature, and work something out.
Now let's practice speaking. Imagine someone asks about a plan you are not ready to share. Repeat this calm sentence. I'm still working out the details, but I'll share more when things are clearer.
Here is a shorter casual variation. I'm keeping it quiet for now, but I'll tell you when I'm ready. This works well with a friend.
And here is a professional variation. I'm still evaluating my options, so I'd rather wait until I have confirmed details. This is useful with a coworker or professional contact.
Try the first sentence again. I'm still working out the details, but I'll share more when things are clearer.
Now, personalize it. What are you still working out? You might say, I'm still working out my study schedule, or I'm still working out my career plan. Form your own sentence now.
Good. The goal is to sound private but not defensive. Your voice can stay friendly. You are not rejecting the person. You are choosing the right time.
Here is your listener challenge for this week. Choose one plan you have been talking about more than doing. Do not announce the entire plan. Complete one quiet, measurable action, and then describe that action in one English sentence.
For example, I completed the first page of my application, or I practiced my interview answer for 15 minutes. The action should be small enough to complete but real enough to create evidence.
You can support that challenge with 5 simple steps. First, write the plan privately in one clear sentence. Second, choose one action you can finish today. Third, decide whether anyone truly needs to know.
Fourth, if you need help, choose one trusted person and ask for something specific. You could ask for advice, feedback, or a Friday check-in.
Fifth, use English to record your progress. Write 2 sentences or make a short voice recording. This way, your personal growth and your language practice move together.
Let's bring everything together. New plans can be delicate. Sharing them widely may bring quick validation, outside opinions, and pressure before you have useful evidence.
Privacy gives a plan room to change, but privacy is not the same as secrecy or inactivity. Share necessary information with people who are affected. Ask qualified people for guidance. Use accountability when it helps you follow through.
And pay attention to your reason for sharing. Are you asking for practical support, or are you hoping the announcement will make you feel successful?
Return to our picture of wet cement. At first, protect its shape. Keep unnecessary footprints away. But while you protect it, keep doing the work that helps it become firm.
Your plan does not become stronger because nobody knows about it. It becomes stronger because you research, practice, adjust, and complete small steps.
So, what is one plan you need to discuss less and build more? And what quiet action can you complete today?
Share the action in the comments if you want, without revealing the whole plan. Use one of today's expressions, such as build momentum or follow through.
If this conversation helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with another English learner. You are always welcome here at Beyond English Class.
Continue with another episode and keep practicing one useful sentence at a time.
Protect what is still taking shape, stay open to the right support, and let your actions speak when the time is right. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.